We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. 2-1 loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Murray now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Throwing on first down is Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage. And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Kill, turn up, kill.
On first down, Hodges. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On second and inches, Murray. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. On first and 10, here's Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he's brought down after a very nice game. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line. Green, green, green.
49, check 49, check 44.
You gonna take. You gonna take.
They'll run on first down. It's Hodges, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Check three. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Close.
Check back. Ship. Big dad. Go.
On first down, Hodges, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check 13, check 13.
Now Murray. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hodges. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. Touchdown, Cardinals! DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we'll tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A nice run there by Sanders on first down as he'll wind up with a gain of about 7 before he's brought down. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Hurts flush to his right. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. These two teams all tied after 1. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Being chased out left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, Hurts. Flushed out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll find Hall. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Sanders. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Sanders again. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Sanders. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next to score, Eagles 14, Cardinals 7.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Murray over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
First down, Murray. That's complete once again to Hopkins. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's Murray. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Murray now to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Anderson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray fighting, lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Look at the big man rumble. 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And this one complete to Gafford. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's into the hands of Gafford, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Rico Gafford, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of him. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Room past the 20. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both of these coaching staffs feverishly making their final plans for the second half. One of these two teams is going to get their first win. And for the call, let's kick it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he goes out right around the 39. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a throw here, hauled in. A gain of 6 there on first. It's a second down run with Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 35. He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. He'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Back to throw again. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2nd and 8 coming up. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Play action. Here's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Play fake. Murray. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Check. Crunch. What?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Anderson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. Play action. Now it's Murray. Buying time to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action, and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 21. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Out to his left. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sanders. Touchdown, Philadelphia. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Hurts will throw. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Second down and 5.
Let's go. Watch time, watch time. Tight end right.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hodges, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Murray now. He finds his man complete. That's Hodges. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Hodges, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hodges. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Murray now on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. And he's got his big tight end here. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. 40 yards. And the Cards get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Back to throw. He sets to fire deep. This is intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cards are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So they took their shot. That was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. After the turnover, here's Murray. His throw incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing now is Murray. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Hodges. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Murray. And that'll be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Murray. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Murray. He finds his man, complete. It's Hodges. A good rally to the football, keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hopkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
McPherson on for the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. That one looks like he'll throw here.
That swung out wide to Sanders.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Throwing is Hurts.
And this one is incomplete.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hurts. And this one complete to Gafford.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, Hurts.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size and victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Murray now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that'll put us within 3 scores as it becomes now a 23-point game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Philadelphia, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.